Yeah. Thanks for energizing all. Yeah. So it will be helpful for me. Thanks Polyconnect and Kanji and Sanjay ji to giving me the opportunity. Because last 20 years I am always talking about more into the rotational molding. Very few times I got the opportunity to talk into different forum. So I think today is the right forum for me, because today what I am going to present is not only about the rotational molding. It's lots of opportunities for other people also, maybe these stabilizer, additive people or machinery manufacturing. To going back to the topic why I selected, it's like from 2003 when I started the rotational molding, it was like 95% only tanks production was going on. All the rotational molding means water tanks. So that was the time when other industries were like not too much interested about the rotational molding, because very few master batches, regular color master batches were consumed, and as a polymer thing, rotational molding is a very small for lot of people. Yeah, and it's a commodity product, there is not too much value addition. That again the one factor that people are not attracted to the rotational molding. So from 2003, now it's after 22 years, in 2025, scenario is very different. I still remember the rotational molding association started in 2004. I am also the part of it from the first day. And every year we used to go to the conference, lots of people from outside used to come and used to show the lots of different products. That's none other than tanks. It was automobile, it was about some toys and all these things. Every time we go, we were excited to see, oh, lots of things we can do. But coming back to factory, again water tank. This is going on maybe for last 5-10 years. Things started to change. Maybe that percentage 95 that comes to 90%. So the custom molding started to increase from maybe a 2007-8, and again step by step. And now the present scenario, if I just try to get the figures, it may be around 60 to 70% tank market, but 30 to 4% is a custom molding. In custom molding, it's all other non-tank products. It may be your floats, you may be your road dividers, or your lots of automobile products. So that percentage now is increasing day by day, and that's my point. Now things are changing. What we were thinking in 2004, what we were dreaming at that time, now this is the reality. But is it the industry is ready for all these things? Yeah, few, maybe just Prashant you was saying 4, 5, 6, 7 people are doing some custom molding, some specialty product, but others are in a transition phase. Like they are well in rotational molding, but they have a mindset of a tank molder. That is the problem, that when you have to go for a custom molding, you require a different mindset, you require a different technologies, and it's totally different game. That's why my topic is going to be today. It's about the challenges. What are the challenges from going from non-tank to the tank, tank to non-tank industry? Before that, as it's a new forum, just a small introduction for my company, Fichem Technologies Limited. We are the manufacturer and supplier of the specialty roto compounds. Our strength lies in expertise and focus in rotational molding. Last 22 years, I am personally doing only rotational molding. I don't know injection molding and anything. That's why we are long in the field, and we are always innovating. We are pioneering very few new compounds like foam compounds, stone effect. We are pioneering in India at least. As we are started and we are in the same field and we are focused, we can always offer the customized solution. Reliable partner. We are already serving customer more than 300 customers in India and 25 countries abroad. These are our client base. These are some of the compounds we are offering. We are just not offering the polymer compounds and powders. We are also partnered with company like Roto that we are offering some PP compounds for specially for rotational molding. Lysis technology. This is a special ink for the polymer applications. It can for rotational molding. It can be a blow molding. You can just paint on the product. That's it. 493K. It's about the technologies like a measurement into the mold and some thickness measurement system. Excel is for a mold release for rotational molding. Some pointer solutions about some trimming and radar manufacturing. This is recently introduced. This is a basically in extrusion welding. It's a similar to extrusion welding, but it's a special different types. It's like that's why we call it as inject welding. So this is just Nava Power facility. We have pin screw, single screw, and all size of polarizers. This is our packing. Yeah. Coming back to the topic, I have listed few of these only. I can just cover maybe 10-15 minutes. That's why this is only few. But this is going to be now. This list will go on. Cast aluminum mold, internal measurement systems, thickness measurement, internal cooling, weighing, mold automation, drop box, and advanced material. That's why initially I say this is more to the other industry people, not more than the rotational molding. Yeah, with the advancement and with the critical product, aesthetic products, the requirements for cast aluminum molds in rotational molding is increasing, and unfortunately nobody in India offering the cast aluminum molds locally. So all molds presently are imported and 90-95% only from China. Very few times, or maybe I have not seen any one or two molds from Europe. So this is the biggest area. Still people are struggling to make good casting. Other things, all the know-how for the rotational molding, everything is available. Problem is only with the casting. Bubble-free casting with the big castings. So this is the biggest opportunity. As we are moving to the more automobile industry or maybe some critical products, as Prashantji earlier mentioned, for injection molding or blow molding, it's in a closed situation. So you are well controlling the temperatures, you are well completing the pressures, you can measure by touching the melt and all these things. But in rotational molding, everything is happening in oven and everything is moving. So it's very challenging if I have to put something to measure it. That's why this is the innovative solution developed maybe must 20 years before. This is a mold. You cannot go inside. You cannot touch the mold, touch the polymer inside, but you can get the temperature readings of the hot air that is coming out from the mold. So the study has already done that if you are measuring the internal air temperature that is coming out from the vent or something, you can still get what is happening inside with the polymer. That's why you can see the graph here. This is the thermocouple. This is going inside, and this is a small system where the temperature is recorded, and by wireless system the signals are going outside and you can see the data outside. So if you go to the rotational molding process, by using all these systems on the laptop, you can see this total process. Powder is sticking to the mold, this is a sintering, this is a cooling, this is a releasing. All the things you can just see on the laptop sitting outside, So you know when to stop the heating, when to stop the cooling, and then you can control the total process. So this is the presently the best system to control the rotational molding process. Again, when you are if you see the rotational molding process, you are controlling the own temperature, you are not controlling other things. Now at the same time, when you are coming when your cooling started, you are cooling only from the outside. There is no process from cooling inside. So this is the advanced requirements, that when you are processing a thicker parts, it is more important that it should be cooled from the both side. Otherwise there will be difference in crystallinity, and there will be a different there will be issues with the warpages and lots of things. So you can simply have some system to get inside, again maybe from the vent, or maybe some putting some holes. You can introduce some moisture or different cool air inside, and you can control the process. This is again very much important, even if you are processing like a foam products, where it's critical to cool from the only one side. Yeah. So these are the systems presently in India. No technology is readily available. Outside, yes, there are lots of work has done, but if somebody is interested and somebody is getting, it's a ready market, and they can have a good opportunity. Again, thickness measurements. For plastic right now, PET bottles use the similar thing, magnet and just a ball. The similar thing. This is based on magnetic principle. You can just put this is a unit from the K Metron. We are representing the 493K, the company making this thickness measurement as well as that internal temperature systems. So what is the advantage here? Without cutting the sample, you can check the thickness. Normally all these BIS standard, it is compulsory 10,000 liter tank you have to cut, and see for what? Only to measure the thickness. Because ultrasonic is there, but ultrasonic has a limitation, because some pinholes are there or even some foam tank is there, it will not work. And again, there is a skill operator required for ultrasonic measurements, because slight pressure changes from the outside by the operator, it will give different results. And you never know when it is going right and wrong. That is the main problem. Yeah. And again, you require coupler, maybe some grease or something. So if your surface is textured, again is a problem. Not possible. So you are talking about the fuel tanks, you are talking about the 15,000, 20,000 liter tanks, and you don't have the system to measure the thickness. How you are going to ensure to the customer that, okay, this is my right product, right quality, and it is going to last maybe 20 years. So this is the solution available. And this is available now locally. Advanced materials. As initially we were talking about only polyethylene. Even right now it's 95% or 96% only polyethylenes. Yeah. Even with the polyethylenes, we are restricted to maybe just 1 or 2 grades manufactured by local suppliers. So that is not going to sufficient for custom rotational molding. Yeah. For water tanks, it's okay. And now going ahead, lots of people initially using the same polymer grade with the same MFI, with the same density for all the products. Maybe it's a fuel tank, maybe it's the toys, or maybe something. So there is a lots of new requirements. That's why the compound comes into the picture. You can modify the polymers to give the different properties. As we are already offering some HDP compound, we are offering some flexi tough, super tough. That's we are modifying that. There is a lots of opportunities. Even with the polymer, engineering polymer, I have not heard maybe 4 or 5 years about some customer asking about the Teflon, asking about the nylon. Yeah, I processed maybe 15 years. Before that I have processed the PVDF, but nobody is ready. Nobody is asking. And now what is happening? Every day and today, the people from hydrogen liner, people from some roto lining, they are talking about the Teflon, they are talking about nylon. One of the application we are developing some small, maybe a small flange type, sorry, it's like a small part that is going to be used in satellite. So they want to put into the satellite, and they are asking what the extreme material you can give. So we say, okay, we can give the Teflon and all these things. So we are working on that. But this is, things are changing. The young companies, young startups coming with the, yesterday only this news from some Hyderabad company. They are made first rocket in India, the Skyroot company. So all these people are offering now the new, asking for a new material, new things. That's why the other industries who are already in the engineering polymer, they can certainly see what is there to they can offer, or what is they can modify and they can offer. Again, this simple application, powder conveying, powder weighing, everything is available for the maybe PVC, maybe for extrusion, injection molding. The same similar system has to be modified or maybe make suitable for rotational molding to put the maybe the first time material, or maybe put a multi-layer materials inside. But it has to be customized for rotational molding. And right now even my customers are asking where to go for this system. This is something available maybe in US or somewhere, but it's too high with the price, and it required the customization. That is the most important. This thing can be done only with the company who is going to work with the local roto molders in the daily basis development. Then this is going to happen. So equipment is available, but to put it in as a solution to the rotational molder is much more important. Again, the mold automations. Lots of molds presently with the clamps, with the bolts and all these things. But you can see the things, you cannot just with the, when you are going to compare the productivity with the blow molding and other things, this is not going to work if your worker is going to 15-20 minutes just opening all the parts and again assembling. So this mold automation, I think this is the first step. Electric tools is future, but I think we are not even, I cannot see the molds, automated mold in India. Some few companies are doing, but other things people are still believing that we have a good labor force, cheap labor force, and we are okay. But I don't think that is going to be a future. Already people are, there is no labor and people are suffering. So what is it? Is it not available in India? Injection mold are quite complex than this. This is nothing for injection molding people. But as a rotational molding, these people are not, they are already, the technologies are there. But rotational molding may be not attractive for them, or even roto molders are not ready to accept the technology. So it's from the both side. But definitely if somebody starts to work on this, he will get the first moving advantage. Yeah. And as I say, electric tool, this is always the future. China is already offering the electric tools, maybe not total solutions, but small. This is going to be a same requirement for India also. So that is again one part of the development. Drop box. When we are talking about the multi-layer, when you are talking about the putting the foam, you require the system to put the second layer inside while it is moving. Every time you cannot take it outside and put something, because for the tank it's very easy. You have a big manhole, you can stop the machine, you can put something inside. But imagine the products, just you can see here also. This is some plate type. This is the photo from my factory only. This is some product from US, it's like a plate. They want to put PE foam as a second layer. How it will go inside? By opening and manually? No chance. So this is a simple drop box. This is an insulated box. This is operated from outside by some just opening some air pressure and something. The wall will open. The second layer material is already inside. Because of the insulated, it will not melt. And when you required second layer, where from the again, if you are combine this thing with the paired measurement, then it's a perfect. Otherwise, trial and error when to operate the drop box. So this is the simple way. Just open it, wall just open from the outside. It will put the material while it is rotating. You don't have to stop the cycle time. Maybe 2-5 minutes, you can just close the wall, continue the process. This is available everywhere, not in India. Nobody is making. Even we are pushing our mold makers that give something to us. This is nothing big engineering, but again, it's like somebody needs to sit and discuss with the get trials with the molder, associate somebody, and this is again we are already using, but again still I say this is half cooked. We are still in the development process, so maybe it will be in the month's time it will be perfected. So it's my like short presentation, but my point is very clear. There is lots of new things are coming, but for molders, if you are not ready with the technologies, you cannot going to serve this industry. And for the other polymer people or all these, roto molding is going to have a big opportunity for a value added products. Commodity is already there, but for value added product, who is interested? Yes, roto molding is going to give the biggest opportunity. Thank you.